So this session was dealing with heart failure therapy and how important it is to start with guideline-directed medical therapy. We actually reviewed the universal definition of heart failure, which was recently revised. Then we talked about the importance of guideline-directed medical therapy and the initiation and up-titrating the guideline medical therapy, and really talked about the fact that there are device therapies, but that maybe if you do a good job with guideline-directed medical therapy, a percentage of those patients will no longer need device therapies. So it was an excellent session, really robust to talk about the various therapies. I think that this is an exciting time for heart failure. We now actually have the drug therapies that decrease mortality. And we know now with the 4 pillars of heart failure that we can get almost a 74% relative risk reduction in terms of long-term mortality, which is amazing. So I think that this is an exciting time for heart failure with new therapies, new devices that are coming out that I think is changing the face of care for a very chronic disease that's been very difficult to deal with in the past. So I definitely think prevention is the way to go. So if we can target the risk factors such as hypertension, obesity, if we can target all of the basic risk factors, then I think that we're going to get less patients that are going to become heart failure patients. And if they do, now we're going to initiate therapy earlier and treat them more aggressively with those therapies. I think it's so important for us to exchange ideas and to have collaboration to talk about therapies. I think there's much that we can all learn from each other in general. And I think, if anything, the COVID pandemic really showed us that. When we started talking about best practices for taking care of COVID patients, we learned that our colleagues around the world knew things that we didn't know. So I think this idea of the partnership is very, very important. Well, first of all, I can't be more grateful to my Portuguese colleagues for their hospitality. This is the first trip for me since COVID, so 2.5 years, and I couldn't have picked a better place, better venue, great content, great science, and great camaraderie.